Hey Pisces, what can I say? You are last, but you are never least. Can I say to you that you are going to real feel energy shifting this month and as you're moving through. Saturn's moving into your sign, Pisces. Mercury is going to be moving into Pisces, obviously a fairly brief transit in comparison to Saturn, but we've got about 2.5 years for you guys. Now, if you were born the earlier part of March, for instance, first week or so, you're going to feel this energy more than your other Pisces people. But let's have a little look at it and we'll see what's cooking. Firstly, I mean, the thing about you, Pisces, you're very giving people, but I actually think that you're going to sort of save a little bit for yourself, actually, from now on. It's like, you know, acknowledging boundaries a little bit, I think, with you guys. Saturn moving into Pisces, so acknowledging that giving unconditionally, which is what you guys do, to people that are less deserving of it, situations, it's stopping. All right, so I do feel that you guys, yeah, you're definitely going to be looking at your life differently and the responsibilities that you take on and whether or not you want to continue doing that and giving to other people. All right, so yeah, I just think that you can be harnessing that power for yourself a little bit and building your own sort of empires, guys. So let's have a little look and see what's cooking. Wow, what can I say? Sword 3, mental energies, divisions, yeah, with this energy. And it may well be that, and we've all been quite splintered, but I mean, Pisces, you're very delicate animals, and you know, wherever we've got Pisces operating in the chart, you know, I myself have Mars in Pisces in that 10th, so I'm going to be feeling it as well because Saturn is moving into Pisces, and I'm sort of learning that giving too much of myself, it just depletes your energies, and there's nothing selfish about that, even though Saturn is said to be you know, or Capri, you know, it can be a little bit selfish, Saturn certainly, but we can feel very guilty as well if we're not giving it out there. But this is asking us to maybe stop doing that, you know, and recognizing who is deserving of our time, our energy, our input, and who is not. So that's very much where you're at, I think, Pisces, this month. And as I said, over this next couple of years, you guys, yeah, you're really going to see it, you know, where mistakes have been made, where you have given of yourself unconditionally, and where now we have to establish boundaries and say no. You know, I often say this to a client: small word, 2 letters, one of the hardest words to say is no. And I think there's an element of that on the table. So where there has been disappointment and continued disappointment, because Pisces, there is this endless giving sometimes, you know, endless. And I think Saturn is going to do you a favour now. Saturn at the end of the day is going to rein that in a little bit and say enough is enough. Wow. Knight of Rods, okay? Knight of Rods again, action, okay, rod energy as well, so again, can link me with the work, but I look at this with this sword 3 and I'm thinking, you know, is it work? Am I giving too much around that? You know, am I not establishing my boundaries, my limits? Am I letting people sort of take advantage of me with this sword? And the fact that it does make me sad, you know, and there is an element of disappointment, because of course what we give out, and you give out excessively, guys, is not coming back. So we have to assert ourselves here and say enough is enough, and we can do that. We don't like to do it, Pisces doesn't like to do it, but it is, I feel, really necessary as you're moving forward now. Wow. Again, what can I say? Got the world in our hand. You know, it doesn't matter how much we give other people our world. That's Pisces, right? We give them everything. We give them all. It's a universal love, everybody and their dog we give to it. And at the end of the day, do we get the reward? Do we get that coming back to us? Do we feel the love anymore, right? So that's very, very important. Wow, what can I say? The emotional queen, okay? Whether or not male or female, there it is. I'm wondering whether or not I'm really wondering whether or not we get the energy of the priestess coming out here. That would be interesting if we did. So let's turn this over. No, this is about karma, right? And Saturn's about karma. Saturn is said to be the lord of karma, and karma, chickens coming home to roost. For you guys, reaping that karma, bringing the harvest in, and God knows you've done enough work. You guys are so kind, you're so considerate, you do give an awful lot. I'm not saying that other signs do not, but you do excessively, because there is no boundaries. All right, well, you're establishing them now when Saturn moves into Pisces. All right, and I actually have a retrograde Saturn, although it is in Scorpio. But at the end of the day, I have had a tendency to do that in the past, give of myself, and find that, you throw down these good seeds and we get nothing back from that. There is no crop, there is no real growth, and this is the time to stop doing that. Again, associations, relationship energies. Okay, very important, very, very important. I feel that we have to give to those that are ultimately deserving. What can I say? So again, you guys have got so many friends, this universal love that you're giving out there. But wow, again, Page of Cups, standing back now, that immaturity that comes with Pisces, said with love. You are said to be the children of the zodiac. Well, it's about growing up time now. It's about seeing for it. It's about maturity with Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. We're seeing it for what it is. The relationship that we've got with the lover, the relationship even we've got with our kids, Pisces. No, I have boundaries. I'm not willing to give you unconditional love when at the end of the day I have no karmic return with that, if that makes sense, guys. I know I'm getting a bit heady here, but that's how I'm feeling for you guys, So big changes over these next couple of years, and recognizing, no, it's not happening. Wow, cannot believe it. So we've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Knight of Cups. So again, this level of, infancy. Oh no, I don't want to upset anybody, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but here we've got this knight being very assertive in his own way. Kind always, you will always be kind, Pisces, but at the end of the day, no. So it's establishing boundaries, it's drawing the line, and I think you are going to do that, guys, because we have got Pluto that's going to be moving into Aquarius as well, and Pluto energy is happening in that 12th house, right? And don't forget, drawing the line, Pluto. I'm not going to give you my soul when at the end of the day, I do that. I give you everything, and at the end of the day, you still poop on me, basically. Well, we're done with the pooping, guys. It's not happening anymore, and I'm definitely feeling that, yeah, I think she's great. I think Capricorn is great. I always see Capricorn as the spinal cord, within the body. It is the structure, and it's like, no, I'm holding myself up here. I'm not going to bend over backwards for you guys anymore, or your situation, or my children, or my job, or anything like that. I'm not having it. I'm standing firm, and I am saying no more. Okay, so this is good. So, if you're living with somebody, it's not working, maybe you've got to say no. If you're not going to tolerate any nonsense, if you feel that you're going to be inconvenienced or damaged, or, you're prevented from what is honest and just, then you've got to say no, guys. And that's a hard one for you. Absolutely perfect. This is Plutonian energy, it's Scorpio. It's about drawing that line, okay? Perfect, absolutely perfect, these cards, guys. So it's drawing that line. No, okay? Death card, cutting it off, not feeling guilty about doing that, just saying, this is not working, I'm sorry. I'm all about fair play. I'm not receiving that karmic reward. I don't feel that you're doing the right thing by me. I feel that I am no longer, I'm not looking this way anymore. I'm coming this way. I am going to do something about it. And this death energy of Scorpio allows you to do that, right? To be more objective. Okay, so this next 3 months there could be a wee bit of crises while you say what you need to say, and don't forget Aquarius energy is that group dynamic, but of course we've also got this Uranian energy, and that is in your third house, which is naturally of course a Gemini energy. And it's like, we still got Mars in Gemini, so being assertive, saying what we need to say, and the Mars energy in that fifth house, I'm not going to give you my light anymore, I'm not going to give you my advice, I'm not going to give you shelter, I'm not going to do any of that. It's like anybody else. If, say for instance, you rent a property and that person has the money but doesn't want to give you the money, or they're not being fair and they're not doing the right thing to you, then maybe you got to draw the line. You got to say, I'm sorry, this is not working. But either way, I cannot believe it. I love the spirit world. I said to you at the end of the day, I would love for the High Priestess to come forward, and I can assure you guys, I've just got this deck as it is. It's as they're coming off the top, and here it is. This is a priestess energy, Pisces, very, very spiritual energy, beautifully spiritual, can be a bit of a dreamer, can at the end of the day become a little bit unraveled and not anchored in its giving. But this is definitely, with this Pisces energy, this next couple of years, you are going to change. You're going to change. You definitely you're going onto solid ground with Pisces and Saturn here. And Gemini, Mars, it's going to be moving into Cancer, so very protective. Your home environment on that level certainly could be. But also, I feel with Mercury moving into Pisces, that's happening. I'm just going to move your chart forward a little bit, guys. I just want to make sure I've got this one correct. I don't want to make a mistake here. Just move it forward. Yep. Again, all happening in that first house, as I said, Mars in Gemini, finding the language, guys, communicating in a more forceful way with this Mars in Gemini, and saying it as it is. That's where we're at. The thing about Mercury, again, it's allowing you to do that. There are excesses with Mercury, but the thing I'm really smiling at is treating that South Node in that 8th house, Scorpio, of course. So yeah, drawing that line. I'm not going to be that old person again. I'm not going to do that anymore. So the priestess, fabulous, well placed for you. Wow, again, Knight of Pentacle, much more solid in my stance here. Much more solid in that stance. Really getting it right. Recognizing, no, you're not being fair with me. I've been okay, I've done this, it's not going to be enough, it's not going to sustain me if it's more money that's required, whatever. Less emotion, more forcefulness, and let's get it right. So be assertive and say it. Wow. We're down but we're not out. Again, sword energy, can be pressure, mental pressures, certainly, but I'm liking the fact that Mercury in its own right is moving into Pisces, because it does give us a little bit of a release there, and we are able to do what we need to do and say what we need to say. So that's a good one. Fantastic. Wheel of Fortune, evolution, right? wheel moving forward. This energy, we're all constantly moving. We're all constantly moving, and we've got to get back on track with this energy, I feel. So again, all you're looking for is balance, fairness, karmic returns. Although we don't go through life expecting, because we do a good deed for someone, that we expect that to come back. But I truly believe that it can come back in this life, it can come back in another, but there is a limit. Especially if you're not dealing with a particularly evolved or spiritual energy. If you've got someone in front of you that's basically trying to take the mickey or take the poop out of you, as they say, at the end of the day has to stop. So yeah, that energy is going to happen for you. Again, look at this. Relationship energies is coming underneath that. What's been offered, we're reflecting. There are other things out there. There are solutions to problems. If you do decide to end and walk away from something, Pisces, and say no, draw that line, then this is telling me that you can do that. Fantastic. This is Cancerian energy. And, again, this fourth house is moon energy, right? Cancerian energies, again, loyalty issues, but also the forcefulness of that chariot, okay, to secure yourself emotionally, Pisces, all right. Containment, that's Saturn energy. Saturn's the container, Saturn's the mug. Pisces is the coffee that goes in that. It needs to be contained. Well, we're going to do that. This is Cancerian energy. Yes, it is water, and we have got the emotional queen, but it is a cardinal energy. Cancer energy is cardinal, so I've really got you stepping into your own power, standing firm, saying it as it is, guys. And at the end of the day, the very last card that you bring forward is perfect. You are victorious. This is great. So whatever needs to be said, whatever it is that's going to be more fruitful for you, whatever it is that's going to give you that peace, right, then go with it. Again, Mars moving into Cancer energy, lovely. All right, this Chariot energy, everything that this is telling me is saying that I'm on the right track when I'm giving you the information. The cosmos is telling you enough is enough. Pluto in that 12th house, it is in opposition to the black moon of obviously Leo 6th house. So you don't want people to think ill of you, that Leo, that lovely wonderful light that you've got. But at the end of the day, enough's enough, guys. So that's it, Pisces. I hope that helped you. God bless. It's going to be interesting next couple of years for you guys. But if you are happy with the reading and you feel that's where you are in your life and it does resonate, please click like. Please share the channel for me. It's so important. Helps my channel grow. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And I'll catch you next month, Pisces. All the best. Much love to you. Bye now.